Hello, it's Melissa. I'm a certified esthetician here at ShopEco, and I'm here with another great video answering one of your questions. Would you like a chance to win a $25 ShopEco gift certificate? Stay tuned to the end and I'll tell you how. So today's question comes to us from Gina Ferrandatos. She asks, what are AHAs in skincare and what do they do for the skin? So thank you so much for this great question, Gina. We will be sending your gift certificate to your email at some point later today. And let's dive in. So AHAs in skincare are an awesome group of ingredients that skincare professionals such as myself, dermatologists, we love them. They're very highly effective ingredients that really target the skin. So AHA stands for alpha hydroxy acids. They are a water-soluble group of ingredients and they help to exfoliate the skin. So, excuse me, I'm just gonna pause, the phone is ringing. Okay, thank you. Okay, so they help to exfoliate the skin. Instead of using a physical scrub or a topical scrub where you feel the little gritties, they're actually working by chemically exfoliating your skin from more so the inside out. So that may sound scary to some. Don't worry, it's not going deep. When you're buying products from us here, you're not going down to the dermis like, like your professional doctors, dermatologists would. So everything is going to be fairly safe, but the nice thing is that they're very gentle. So unlike a scrub where you feel the grit, they're not as pulling at the skin and tugging, especially if you have sensitive and mature skin. It's not going to feel as aggressive on the surface of the skin. And they're also super effective. So what happens is as we mature, the glue that holds the skin cells together kind of gets a little bit dry and brittle and can really bind things up. So this helps to work from the inside to loosen that glue for a more effective cellular renewal. So again, really effective. And it's not just for the exfoliation aspect. It helps to refine the look of pores, fine lines and wrinkles. In some instances, it can help with inflammation. It can help with clogging of the pores. It can even skin tone. It can help to brighten and really bring more smoother surface texture to the skin. So they are very effective across the board to do a lot of multi-active action at one time. So again, this is why we love them and they're very prized. So you can find AHAs in a number of products. So you can find them in anything from cleansers, toners, serums, masks, exfoliants, moisturizers, eye creams. So they're becoming more and more ubiquitous. So this is where you want to be careful and you want to make sure that you're reading labels, because if you're using 6 products with AHAs in it, they can be a little bit aggressive when piled on top of each other. You don't need that level of exfoliation across your entire routine, but a product here and there is ideal. So that is just one thing to keep in mind. You don't want to create inflammation and irritation because there is such thing as too much of a good thing. And in this instance, that's where you would find it. So you want to make sure that you're using a good SPF if you're using alpha hydroxy acids, because whenever you exfoliate, whether you're using a manual or a chemical style of exfoliant, you're definitely leaving yourself even a little bit more so susceptible to the effects of the sun. So make sure that you do reach for a really good SPF every single day. So some people are concerned with using AHAs in their routine that they can't do it because they are sensitive. That's not true. They are really well formulated products nowadays. So there is definitely an AHA for everyone. And the nice thing is that we have a variety of AHAs here at ShopEco that can definitely help out with that. And we have lactic acid, which is one of my preferred choices for anybody that's really sensitive or has mature skin. So if you are somebody that's a little bit more sensitive, if you have mature skin, if you have rosacea, those are instances where we can definitely give you a tester so that way you can try it out before you buy it and make sure that it's going to work well for you. And if you place an order and you're not coming into the shop, you can definitely in your order notes put a request in for your package to include a tester for you. But generally you're going to be okay because like I said, we have an option for most people. It's really if you've had a treatment, so a professional topical treatment such as a high-end peel, a microdermabrasion, something of that nature that you really shouldn't be using our peels at that time because your skin is already going through something unless it's been advised to you by your professional that it's okay to do so. So otherwise you're probably pretty much good to go. If you are pregnant, that's where you want to consult your doctor. Low dose AHAs generally are considered safe during pregnancy, but again, this is where you want to consult your physician and ask what's right for you, because everybody is different. Okay, so that's very, very important there. But if you are sensitive, what you can do is wean yourself into it. So what you could do is start with every other or every 2 nights, and then every other night, and then every night. So it is a nightly product that you would be using. Certain individuals, it's recommended to do twice a day. Usually if you're dealing with something like acneic prone skin, that's where you're kind of treating more so the excess oils and the breakouts at the same time. But generally this is going to be a nighttime treatment series for you. And depending on the product, you might need to take a little break in between, but this is all stuff that we can advise you on. So some examples of AHAs are glycolic, lactic, malic, tartaric, citric, and mandelic acid. So those are the most typical ones that you're going to come across. Glycolic and lactic and mandelic being the most typical ones. The other 3 are generally, for lack of a non-chemistry word, like baby acids. So the citric, the tartaric, and the malic acid. So they don't exfoliate as much or target the skin quite the same way as the other 3 do, and they're usually used to help buffer the pH of a product and ensure that the other main 3 exfoliants, the AHAs that I was talking about, like glycolic, lactic, and mandelic, are working at their fullest capacity. So that's how I kind of term them. They're like baby acids, and most of these acids are actually plant derived, so that's kind of cool. So they're coming from different plants, whether it be sugarcane or grapes. So there's a variety of sources where these are coming from. What else would you like to know about them? I think we've kind of covered the top points about them. So yeah, glycolic is usually considered the strongest of the acids because of its size. So molecularly, it is the smallest, followed by lactic, which is a little bit larger, and mandelic. So that's also another reason why that lactic is considered more ideal for somebody that is a little bit more sensitive to mature in their skin type, because the acid's a little bit bigger, so it doesn't go as deep as quickly because it can't get in as easily. So that's a little nerdy science tip for you there. I have 3 wonderful products that I brought over to introduce you to. So if you are looking to incorporate AHAs into your life, I brought 3 over that I will break down for you. And one other thing to keep in mind is if you're using an AHA type exfoliant, these are not wash off. I know it can throw some people off when I say you don't wash them off, because you're used to a scrub or a mask where you wash them off. So they are going to go underneath your moisturizer. So generally it's going to be cleanse, tone or essence, and then you're going to put your serum and your moisturizers to lock all that goodness in. And in the daytime, your SPF, putting it out there one more time. So you're not going to be washing it off, and you also do not need another exfoliant on top of it. So you don't need a physical scrubbing exfoliant when you're using these guys. If you want to incorporate one, if your skin is a little bit hardier and you want to do a physical scrub, you can do that once in a while, but you want to give your skin a break from the chemical exfoliation. So you give yourself a few days break, you can insert your manual physical exfoliant, and then you can go back to these guys. Sometimes it's nice to do that. It's kind of a trick that we would do in the spa. So if you were doing a series of really deep peels, we might stop halfway through, give your skin a little rest, and then do a microderm, give it a little rest, and then go right back into those chemical peels, just to kind of trick it and make it work harder. So that is a little something that you can do, but only once you kind of get used to using the product and you see how your skin deals with it. And that's really something you can book in or consult with me digitally or virtually, and then we can discuss what would be right for you. Okay, so I brought over 3 great AHA containing products for you. You can find them in our serums here at ShopEco. So the first one that I brought over is from Consonant Skincare. This one's coming to us from Toronto. It's the Maximum Glycolic Meta Serum. It's very hearty at a 10% glycolic. Train, just gonna pause, excuse me. Okay, we're good, thank you. Okay, so like I said, very, very hearty at the 10%. Feeling a little bit of tingle and warmth, actually, I should mention, is very common when using products with AHAs. You're just feeling the active ingredients. So if you feel that, don't be alarmed. That is pretty typical. And if you do or you don't feel it, or if you have felt it and then you stop feeling it, doesn't mean your product hasn't stopped working for you or isn't working for you. It just means that your skin has adapted to the pH of the product. So it's nothing to be concerned of, but just to be aware that a little tingle and warmth is totally normal. It generally subsides pretty quick depending on your skin type. If you're a little bit thinner skin, a little bit more sensitive, you might feel it a little bit longer. Some people 10 minutes, some people 60 minutes. So it isn't uncommon. So this one right here actually has several different acids in it. I don't want to forget. So let's see if I can nail them. Glycolic, lactic, malic, salicylic, probably citric acid. So glycolic, lactic, citric, malic, salicylic. Ooh, got them. Okay, so this one has a bevy of exfoliants in it. Glycolic acid, I mean, all the acids are going to do all the things that I said about like refining and brightening and helping to clear pores and break down debris and that sort of thing. But some are just a little bit more tilted to do the heavy lifting of certain things than others. So glycolic, really good if you're dealing with some excess oils and breakouts, if you really need to do deep dive type stuff. And this one has some salicylic acid in it as well. Salicylic acid is actually a BHA, which is different than an AHA, but they behave fairly similarly. BHAs are oil soluble instead of water soluble. They can get a little bit deeper. They definitely do a little bit more of the pore cleaning type stuff. Action, I guess, would be the nicer word to say. And salicylic acid is really great if you're dealing with blackheads in particular. So I definitely recommend giving this one a try if that is something that you're dealing with and you want to kind of do a one and done instead of spot treaters and over-the-counter stuff from the drugstore, and you want to exfoliate. This is a great option. So it comes like this. The lid's really cool. You just give it a little twist and it will pop up the lid for you and then just pump it out. So one pump will do your whole face. You just don't want to, with any AHA products, you don't want to go into the eye area or over your lips because they are very strong. They can be drying and irritating for that area of the face. So I'm just going to wipe that off. So that is the first one. Kind of really great for everybody. They put a lot of really good ingredients in there to help with hydration and calming, but definitely one of my more active ones. So if you have sensitive skin, I would say go for the next one that I'm going to recommend. But if you're looking for something really targeting and you're ready to rock and roll, this is a great option. Also, serum-based exfoliation is great for those people that have a hard time committing to a scrub and a mask. There's just something about not having to rinse off, about just quickly one and done, popping it on the face and following it up with your moisturizer. It just feels like it's just kind of like part of the routine. So if you are struggling with that, this could probably be the solution to that issue for you, where you're going to commit better, is to use a chemical exfoliation over a physical scrub. The next one is Verify's Power Trip. So this one right here had to have it. Have to have a lactic acid option in the repertoire. So this one's coming to us from Guelph, from Women in STEM, which is so cool. It's using some really neat ingredients, including their signature phytoglycogen, which helps to brighten the skin and support healthy aging. But it's the lactic acid in it, and there's also some other fruit acids in it that I really, really wanted for you guys. And then some of you are ingredient junkies like we are. Lactic acid is typically derived from a milk-based ingredient. This one is not. It's a vegan-friendly option, so you don't have to worry about that. And again, generally speaking, one pump, because you're going to spread this over your face that's dampened with toner. Toner is the secret trick before applying any type of serum or moisturizer. It helps to give you better glide so you can save money on your more expensive products like serums and moisturizers. So that should do you there. And they're very, very lightweight, these products. Like they feel, I'll rub this in because it's a little more gentle in the back of my hand. But they feel like water and they go in pretty quick. So they're not something that's going to feel very heavy or thick or greasy. So it's nothing to really incorporate it into your routine. Okay, and then last, but certainly not least, is a newbie to our collection. I don't know how long this one's been around now. Maybe 8 to 10 months, something like that. I don't think it's been a full year, but it's been a little while. But this one's pretty awesome. It's from Fabula Beauty. It is their Clear and Bright Mandelic Drops. It's using 5% mandelic acid, and it also has some kojic acid in it. This one is specifically made to help keep the skin, as the name implies, clear and bright. So if you're somebody that's dealing with breakouts and the post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation that can go along with it, this product is going to be fantastic for you. It has your name all over it. So you're going to use this twice a day. You want to give this one a little shake before you use it. Neat cap as well. So you can see as you turn it, it helps to bring the plunger up And it actually helps to dispense the product into the pipette. And then you just need a couple of drops to do the full face and neck. You can use this on the body if you have body acne. I have a few people doing that. But you can see, again, it's very, very lightweight. The other ones are maybe a little bit more gel texture. I just don't need that many acids on my hands, so I'm just going to wipe off. So this one is definitely even lighter. And then it has different ingredients to target the hyperpigmentation at different levels of the skin. So it's actually really, really effective at doing what it's designed to do. We do have some people that have hyperpigmentation concerns that are using this product, but they're using it a little bit off label. So instead of twice a day, because they're not acne prone and excess oils, they don't need to control that. They're using it maybe a couple of nights a week. So maybe they're doing like a Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or an every other night situation. So there are ways that you can tinker. Going back to the first one, want to mention, so this one from Consonant, you're going to use 1 month on, 1 month off, because it is a really strong and effective exfoliation process. So you're going to use it for 1 month, tuck it into a drawer in a cool, dry place, and then you will pick it back up after a month from there. So that's how that one is going to get used. And then with any of these, like I said, you can titrate yourself into it. You can start with every 2 days, then every other day, and then every night. If you need to, like, it's okay. If you need to just do it every other night, it doesn't mean that it's not going to be an effective process for you. It's just respecting your skin and its needs. So that's okay. Do that. Give your skin what it needs. Space it out if you need to, because there's a whole bevy of other products on our shelves that are going to do some heavy lifting for you alongside. So you could do like a vitamin C in the morning. You don't need to do them at night together. That's too much. So you could do a vitamin C serum in the morning. You could have a really great moisturizer that supports the healthy aging with something like bakuchiol. So there's a whole plethora of options for you. So take it easy with these guys. They will do their magic for you, whether you're really hardcore and need to do it twice a day, if you're doing it every day, or every other day. So that's a rundown on some great, fabulous AHAs and why and how they work and where you can find them. Thanks for that great question, Gina. And then if you have any other questions, you folks out there, that you want me to tackle regarding this topic, you can always reach out to me and I'd be glad to answer that for you in a personalized conversation. So, do you want a chance to win a $25 ShopEco gift certificate? I know you do. So all you have to do is at the end of this video is leave your questions and comments in the comment section below. So if you can leave us a question about skincare. It could be about running a business. It could be about wellness. It could be about ingredients. It can be about a specific technique for makeup. Whatever you want us to answer. If we happen to pick up for an upcoming video, you're going to win a $25 ShopEco gift certificate. And this offer is open to all Canadian residents, excluding Quebec. Well, thank you so much for tuning in. I look forward to meeting with you again soon. I hope you enjoy your day. Be well.